Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Valera, and today on The Little Things, I am here with
Amanda McCandless with Premier Nationwide Lending.
And today we're going to be talking about how to buy your first home, and this is part 2 of a series. Let's do this.
Okay.
Today I'm here with one of my good friends, Amanda McCandless. She's with Premier Nationwide Lending, like we mentioned earlier. She's going to be answering a lot of questions that I have gotten from you guys in regards to credit score, lending, down payment. She is the pro and the expert, and so that's why I have her here with us today. And so the first question that I get all the time is, what type of credit score do you really need to get started when you're thinking about buying that very first home?
So I would strive to have a minimum of a 620 credit score.
Okay.
There are programs out there that could let you go lower, but like FHA, it goes as low as 580.
Okay.
There are overlays in place, and a lot of times it's hard to qualify with that score.
Okay.
And VA will let you go down to 600. So if you're a veteran, we can always work with that score. But 620 is the best score to really feel comfortable about getting approval.
Perfect. And if they wanted to, how are they going to know what their credit score is? What's a good place? I mean, I've heard Credit Karma and some of these other places.
Credit Karma is not a good place to go because Credit Karma is a consumer credit reporting service, and that looks at your last 12 months of your credit history, and it doesn't look at a comprehensive credit history. So really the best thing to do, and it is an inquiry on your credit report, but if I can pull the credit and it'll hit the score about 3 or 4 points. However,
that's not bad.
You have to do it anyway to get pre-approved by a home loan. So if you're within a close time frame, that's good for 120 days.
Oh, good.
And if you're not sure and you think you might be 6 to 12 months out, that gives us plenty of time to pull that credit through. And if there's any credit issues, we can run Credit Expert and run Credit Simulator and give you advice on what to do to get your score to the 620.
All right, the next question that I think people are kind of bamboozled, they're confused about when it comes to buying their first home is, where are we going to get money for our down payment? Like 20% down, like that's a lot of money. Is that the case?
No, absolutely not. You can put as little as 3.5% down on an FHA loan, 3% down on a conventional loan if you're a first-time home buyer, and VA, if you're a veteran, you can finance 100%. So that's pretty cool.
Veterans.
Yeah, and so with that 3% or 3.5%, you can. There are down payment assistance programs out there that people can qualify for. There is a minimum credit score of 620 for most of those programs, and I think there is a program that the minimum credit score is 640. Okay. And if you get to 640, you get more money back than that 620. Okay. But that's another way that the credit simulator can help. And there's free grant money, and there's also second liens that have 0% interest rate, 0 payments. So lots of things to talk about to help you get into a home.
And then are there any other options, any other like non-traditional options aside from you just having to save up that money?
Yeah, you can, all of these programs will allow gift money. So if you have a relative, a family member, somebody that can give you a gift for down payment, that can work to use to purchase a home. And also if you have 401k, a lot of 401k companies will allow you to withdraw that money without penalty, and so you just have to talk to your 401k provider to see if that's allowed, or you can borrow against your 401k and use that money to put down on the home.
Cool. So there are a lot of different options if they're worried or stressed about, like, I just don't have money for down payment.
Right, exactly.
Perfect. All right, so another question that I really get a lot is in regards to closing costs. So you have your down payment, which is a part of your closing costs, but then you have some other fees that you need to be prepared for. So what are some of those things that they're going to need to, what's kind of a ballpark for closing
so
costs?
A ballpark for closing costs is somewhere between $3,000 to $3,500. And there's appraisals, surveys, cost to originate the loan, so title fees. So there's that should total about $3,000 to $3,500, including. I mean, it doesn't matter what purchase price. If it's a $200,000 purchase price or a $500,000 purchase price, the closing costs are the same.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, And then there are prepaids, which
Okay.
are property taxes, homeowners insurance, and interest from the day you close through the end of the month.
Okay.
And so that does change.
Those
It
can
varies
vary, okay.
depending, because property taxes are higher on
On a larger home,
Yeah,
okay.
it's more expensive home. Yeah.
So that's where it can kind of vary in your closing costs
Right.
with your purchase price.
Correct. What I would estimate on a $200,000 purchase price, around $3,000. Again, I'm thinking for closing costs and prepaids will be around $6,500.
Okay.
So in addition to your down
In
payment.
addition to, this is not your down payment.
Right.
A lot of people get confused.
Right.
In addition, this is another big question that I get. So if someone's buying their first home, what are some documents that you're gonna need as the lender as we go through this process? So that way they can kind of start pulling things aside and getting those things ready, so it's not just a big rush of, oh, I didn't do this, or I can't find this, you know. We need to give you as much time as possible to get those things so you don't feel that pressure and feel that rush. So what are some things they're gonna need to
Well,
get to?
we definitely need pay stubs. So
Okay.
we need 30 days worth of pay stubs. If you're paid once a month like teachers are, then just one.
Okay.
If you're paid twice a month, we'll need 2. And if you're paid bi-weekly, we need 3 pay stubs.
Okay.
We'll need the last 2 years W-2s. And if you're self-employed, we will need the last 2 years tax returns.
Okay.
And that's and we don't really need to dig into assets up front unless you're close. If you're within 3 to 4 months and you do have some money saved up, then we can look at your most recent 2 months bank statements.
Okay.
But in the beginning, if we're looking at credit and income, that way we can show you where your credit needs to be to qualify and how much you can qualify for.
So something that's just great advice that I can give you, she can give you, we both know about, is to have a good just emergency fund, a good nest egg, because when you do buy that first home, you're gonna have the maintenance, you're gonna be mowing your lawn, you're gonna have unexpected things happen. Even though you do have your home warranty and you do have that lower payment when that plumber comes out to fix your toilet or whatever happens, it's just smart to have, anywhere from $3,000 to maybe $5,000 just to kind of set that aside, and that's for your emergency fund.
It's smart because you're used to calling a landlord to come in and fix something,
Mhm.
and now you're the one that has to fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it is.
Welcome to homeownership.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the great thing is you're building equity and building
Yes.
wealth through
Yes.
homeownership, but it is smart to have money saved in the
Yes,
beginning.
yes. All right, so lastly, what are some of the first steps if someone wants to go ahead and get started in this process, they want to meet you, they want to talk to you, what are the first things that they need to do to get started with that process?
Well, there's 3 ways they can apply through with me. First is you can apply online, and my website is premierpreapprovals.com. And another way is to call me at 817-455-7752, and I'm happy to take the application by phone. And lastly, you can email me at amanda@pnlending.com, and I can send you a short form to complete, and you can fill that out and send it back to me, and I can work it up from there.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to inform all of us of what we need to be doing and how we need to do it. Okay. So that's all for today's episode. If you liked this video, be sure to like it and share it as well. And if this is your first time to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that you get notifications and you get up-to-date information about real estate. So we'll see you next time. Let's do this.
Okay.
Awesome. And she's gonna be kind of answering a couple of questions that I like how we're
I
like-
know, we're like looking at each other, yeah.
So we'll see you next. Maybe we should say that together.
Okay.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.